Okay, so what we're going through today, we're going to look at the questions from last week. We're going to answer all of those. Then we're going to start on health and safety. We're going to look at ergonomics, health concerns and safety precautions, green computing, and disposal of equipment. So first up, let's look at the answers from last week. Did you get a chance to do the questions?
Oh, Miss, what I wasn't in need of any classes last week because I now joined.
Okay, well, no problem. Well, last week, did you get a chance to watch the recording?
No, Miss.
Okay. Well, last week we had some questions to do. We had to list the four basic tasks of any computer. These included inputting data, processing data, outputting information, and storing data and information. Then we had to explain the difference between hardware and software. Hardware includes the tangible components of a computer, the physical components, while software includes the intangible instructions which tell the computer how to function. Then we had to explain what CPU, central processing unit, CU, control unit, and ALU, arithmetic logic unit, stood for. Is there anything on screen that you don't understand?
No, Miss.
Okay, so on to the next question. List two general types of software. These, you can choose any two of these: computer programs, system software, or application software. Then state the most suitable type of computer for the following descriptions. Used by secretaries for general office work. These would be desktop systems. Very large capacity computers with several CPUs would be mainframe and consumes very little processing power and may or may not be able to connect to the internet. These are embedded systems. Is there anything on screen that you need explanation on?
No,
When it,
Miss.
okay. When it comes to what those things are in question 5, everything is in the recording. Okay? And then the last question we had, state the most suitable type of application software to define each of the following descriptions. Software that is written for use in specific organizations would be custom written software. Software that is written solely for a specific task rather than a range of functions would be specialized software. And a program that includes all the major types of applications would be integrated software. I would also accept software package as an answer for that, but there's some stuff to remember, okay? So then we can get into what we're doing today. Ergonomics is the study of the design and arrangement of items people use and interact with most safely and efficiently. Computer ergonomics is the study of how we as users interact with our computers. Okay, so I'll just give you a minute to copy that. Oh wait, there's actually one more. Ergonomics attempts to reduce strain, fatigue, and injuries by improving design and workspace arrangement. Good, so now I'll give you a minute to copy that. And just let me know when you've finished.
Miss, is it okay if I screenshot it and write it after?
I would rather you write it now because usually, at least from my experience, when you screenshot things, you don't go back and write them out.
Okay, Miss.
So I'll give you time to copy, but if you are more comfortable screenshotting, that's okay.
No, Miss, I write it.
Okay.
Okay, miss, I'm finished.
Alrighty. So then we can move on to how to set up an efficient workspace. So according to the ergonomic experts at the University of Michigan, the following are some tips on how to set up your workspace. Have a chair that properly supports your back in an upright position with a slight arch that may or may not contain a lumbar roll for your lower back. Keep your feet flat on the ground with your legs in a parallel position. If your feet do not touch the floor, that is, if you're vertically challenged, you may want to use a footrest. Position your monitor directly in front of you, at least 18 inches away, and at eye level. That eye level part is very important. So you don't want to be looking down at your screen, and you don't want to be looking up at your screen because that would hurt your neck.
Miss, I'm finished.
Okay, so some more points. It is recommended to separate the keyboard and monitor. It is not recommended to use a laptop keyboard for long periods of time, so you may want to place the laptop on a book or a stack of books to raise the screen to eye level, and then use an external keyboard. So while laptops are good for on the go, when you're sitting at it for a long period of time, you keep looking down at your screen. That's not good for your neck. Adjust yourself to allow your arms to rest at a 90-degree angle to your keyboard. This is just the most comfortable resting position for your arms. If you need to use a hard copy document, use a document holder to keep it at eye level. So let's say you're copying something off of a sheet of paper onto your computer. Just put it in a document holder, which is like a clipboard, but it's got a kickstand at the back to keep it at eye level so you can copy it over. Stay active by moving around every 10 minutes. This is recommended, but I don't think it's very practical because, you're not going to work for 10 minutes and then get up and go. So we'll actually talk about that a bit more later. Okay?
Miss, I'm finished.
Okay. Kai, are you done copying that? I know you just joined us. You didn't miss too much, but the recording will be up on YouTube. Okay, so I'll move on. Any questions so far?
None, miss.
Alrighty. Okay. So let's get into health concerns and precautions. First, we need to talk about office syndrome. Now, this refers to a variety of symptoms caused due to muscle strain during long periods of holding unhealthy positions, like sitting in front of a computer screen for hours. And on the right, you can see some symptoms of this. We've got shoulder pain, back pain, headache, neck pain, wrist pain, obesity, knee pain, and chest pain. And those are just some exercises that you can do to calm some of that pain.
Okay, miss, I have finished.
Alrighty. So, people who use computers regularly are at risk of the following: repetitive strain injury, back problems, eye problems, and stress. We're going to go through each of these individually. So, first, we've got repetitive strain injury. Repetitive strain injury, or RSI, can be very painful and is caused by improper use of computers, long, regular periods of typing or using a mouse, or a poor workstation setup. So, symptoms affecting fingers, wrists, arms, and neck include aches and pains, swelling, and difficulty of movement.
Okay, miss, I finished.
Okay. Next, we're going to look at how to stop or prevent RSI. Take short breaks, about 5 to 10 minutes long, from the computer regularly. I recommend every hour. And during these breaks, stretch and move your hands, wrists, and neck. Place the mouse immediately to the left or right of your keyboard, depending on your dominant hand. Maintain a loose grip on your mouse, so don't have too much tension when you're gripping your mouse. And use your wrist and or arm rest. For that 10-minute break thing, I actually have something that I can share with you guys later on for that.
Okay, miss, I finished.
Okay, so some more points on how to stop or prevent RSI would be arrange your desk in a way that your keyboard is easy to use, tilted towards you, and separate from the screen, as we spoke about before. Make sure there's enough space between you and the keyboard to rest your arms or hands, and relax. RSI is caused by tension, so just relax, okay?
Okay, miss, finished.
Okay, so then we're going to talk about back problems. Back problems can be caused by poor or incorrect posture when sitting or using equipment. And I'll give you a solution for that later on.
Finish, miss.
Okay. So we're going to look at how to stop or prevent back problems. Use a chair with adjustable height, is able to swivel, and has a tilting backrest. Adjust the chair height, that should be adjust the chair height to where you are able to use the keyboard and your screen is at eye level. Sit in a comfortable position and regularly correct your posture. And take frequent short breaks to stand up and walk around. So you shouldn't be sitting at your desk for hours and hours on end. Take some breaks, get up, walk around, stretch your legs, and that'll help prevent back problems.
Miss, I'm finished.
Okay, so next we're going to look at eye problems. Eye strain is the most common health problem linked with the frequent use of computer screens. Eye problems are also linked with poor lighting, glare, and being too close or too far from the screen. Font size and colors can also affect your eyes. So if the font size is too small and you're straining to read it, that can hurt your eyes.